At least we're not on fire and there doesn't seem to be any, like, utter chaos. But that could change in about, like, 5 seconds. A street lad on the corner watches the few walk along and dislocated road. Monstance rounds its light. Yep. We're back to this. Ah, yes. Night descends, hidden dangers stir, ready to emerge from the shadows. Is a fishy boy gonna come out and attack us? The abandoned buildings tuck away the southern districts have long since become lairs for the predators.
Our stakeout paid off. Look, we've got ourselves an enforcer.
Look. I fucking love them.
We'll take out every big shot that comes down here. We'll kill them and toss their corpses to the dogs.
Try me, bitch.
They see us as monsters and want us dead. In that case, let's turn this city into a place where monsters have the final say.
Oh. A dull ache spreads from my forehead to my limbs. Blood blurs my vision. I can't even muster the strength to get up. I was in the southern district to gather information, but it looks like I'll die at the hands of these two predators instead. Now where's Fishy Man? He gonna pop in out of nowhere and fucking save
Didn't
us.
you forget
Ooh.
something?
A cold voice breaks the silence.
You're...
Get lost before I change my mind.
I'm sorry. Why is Raphael's half of his body missing? Is that my doing? Yes. I'm so sorry. That looks so funny. Wait, come back. I want to happen again. Oh, it won't happen again. That was so funny. My okay. The figure walks into the light. He's approaching me. I was gonna say that Raphael is so much smaller than the rest of them, and then that happened, so. That voice and tone are unmistakably familiar. Damn. Hey, sexy. I frantically try to wipe away the blood blurring my vision. I look up at the newcomer in disbelief. Raph.
You've got guts, Enforcer. Oh? You actually showed up in a place like this.
A pool of blood stains his shoes. He bends down and picks up an ID card from it.
LCBI Operations, Sector 1, Special Enforcer. They say you're looking for a predator named Tamino.
Why does that remind me of, like, a type of noodle?
He's a notorious criminal who's capable of committing any evil deed. A regular face on your internal lists, so they say.
What did he say? What did he say it was?
They say you're looking for a predator named Tamino.
Tamino, okay. I'm gonna forget that again. He moves closer and kneels down, suddenly that familiar face appears before me once again.
So, is the world's strictest enforcer planning to arrest me again? What game should we play to commemorate the occasion?
Recently, the crime rate among Lincoln's predators has risen to 70%. These individuals who have gone under a mutation blend in with the general population and possess a strength far beyond the average human. Their tendencies for extreme violence turn the city into a playground for their destructive... Anyway, moving on. To address the growing unrest, the authorities investigated heavily and A combat program against the predators, IEDS. With specific alternative aimed to produce robots that could deal with the predators. This is some Horizon shit. The predators who were apprehended served as ideal test subjects for it. LCBI, Lincoln City. As the weekly morning meeting ended, I stretched my aching back and made my way to the conference room's door. Suddenly, someone called for me.
Wait, could you stay behind for a moment?
No. Here comes the troublesome assignment. How do you pronounce that? When Ona? I'm just gonna call her Win, was the secretary of the operations sector manager. She handled almost all of the assignments and arrangements, big and small, within the LCBI.
There's an important task I need to discuss with you.
I nodded and pulled out a chair to sit down again. Winona turned and gestured to the holographic display she brought up.
You must have heard about it during our meeting earlier, yes? Given the annual increase in crime rate among our city's predators, the LCBI has been encouraged to adopt more aggressive countermeasures. The IEDS program has already begun. We'll be selecting a suitable test subject from the pool of predators we've detained.
My sound kind of glitched out the fuck there. I don't know if you heard that.
This individual will need a suitable supervisor.
One of those words carried a hidden meaning, and my heart sank. A chance encounter during my childhood revealed that I was immune to the predator's virus. Maybe there was a special antibody in my blood, but for my own safety, I never shared the secret with anyone. Assuming they hadn't found out about it, why would they ask for me?
Your resume said you're friendly and have good communication skills.
Noticing my weariness and confusion, Winona patted me on the shoulder.
And more importantly, you were born in the Southern District where the predators gather. You're familiar with their behavior. That's why the LCBI has decided to entrust you with this important assignment.
Do I have the right to refuse?
No, but we will provide you with the best health insurance.
Noticing my slight relief, she gives me a kind smile and continued speaking.
The situation isn't as dire as you think it is. Take a look at the file.
Name, Rafayel. Age 24. Birthplace, Verona, I think. I don't know, bitch. Occupation, opera singer former. Background, a famous opera singer from Verona, a town renowned for the arts, the leading actor in Sirene's song. 2 years ago, he was accidentally injured during an attack and became a predator. He suffers from memory loss. Personality, independent and reclusive, avoids communicating with others. Mood, shows no apparent aggression towards non-predators, does not socialize with other predators, prefers to be alone. Dude, me. Threat level SSS class. As the elevator doors open, Winona and I enter the LCBIS Command Center, which was located on the B1 floor. So my job is to monitor this predator who goes by the name Rafayel.
Correct. Like other S class predators, he possesses strength that far surpasses a non-predator's capabilities. Even though he lost most of his memories and appears emotionless, he still possesses a strong sense of self. The official assessment of his frenzy index has been recorded.
Jesus.
It's very low. So long as nothing unexpected occurs, he won't pose a threat to you.
Well, Winona, what's about to happen maybe in about like an hour or so? What if he does? As if anticipating my questions, he hands me another document.
Of course, we have a backup plan in case things go awry.
Okay. Have fun with the cleaning, if it's fun. I know some people don't like it, but of course she said that.
These predators have been implanted with control devices for
Of course.
pacification. They're directly linked to your equipment.
Why, yes, of course.
In other words, if he enters a frenzied state, you're the only one who can pacify him.
I knew what happened when a predator went into a frenzy. When a predator displays animalistic predatory behavior, they attack anyone they perceive as prey until their target was dead. Either you become a predator too, or you died. As the gravity of the situation sets off alarms in my head, Winona opens her mouth.
I must remind you that even the most experienced animal trainer can still get mauled by a wild beast. I wish you the best of luck.
I am not have to close the door that hard. Oh. Why are we already here? This room looks a bit familiar. As I step into the testing area for the combat simulation, panic cries rang out.
This is bad. The predator has escaped. Where's his supervisor? Hurry up and find him. He couldn't have gone far.
Won't you look at that? Your first assignment is here.
Amidst the chaos, he solemnly places her hands on my shoulders.
The future of the LCBI is in your hands.
Cool beans. During the evening rush hour, the Congress roads erupt with screams in every direction. An office worker was attacked by a frenzied predator in public. Enforcers quickly arrived on the scene and shot both individuals. They died. The two bodies were loaded into a salvaged vehicle, which quickly drove away. Only dust was left in its wake. The onlookers dispersed without a second glance. They were unfazed by the incident, and the intersection swiftly returns to its usual hassle and bustle as if nothing happened. Attacks like this occur in the city every day. Well, that's shitty. I'm so close to the target. Why haven't I seen anything? Why haven't I seen anyone yet? Oh! I let it out a sigh as I followed the blinking red dot on my tracker into a narrow alley, searching for the predator I had yet to meet. In the dim light, I saw him standing before an old vending machine, seemingly staring at the items inside. It's him. Predator's hearing was good. Too good, in fact. Before I could even get close, he whipped his head around to face me.
Got any spare change?
Spare change! Spare change! I can just fucking imagine just Raphael. Spare change! I'm sorry. I couldn't let my guard down. I reached for the reinforced handcuffs attached to my waist, but my hand grabbed nothing. He raised his hand and waved the handcuffs. He swiped right under my nose, his expression a mix of surprise.
Oh, your eyes are working. You must be mute then.
Oh!
Has
What?
the LCBI lowered its standards?
What the fuck?
If you don't have any money, forget I even asked.
Bitch! As he turned to leave, I lunged forward and grabbed the chain around his neck. Stop right there. What flavor do you want?
honey, to...
What the? Why did she sound like? Okay. The item slid out of the vending machine, and I handed Raphael the honeydew flavored yogurt drink. Finally, I had a chance to observe the predator standing before me. The fate of this city didn't rest in my hands, but letting a dangerous predator like him run around would definitely destroy my already limited career prospects.
If you're going home, you might want to take the long way round.
Huh? Raphael tore the straw packaging with his teeth, and his gaze drifted to the pitch black end of the alley.
You smell it?
Smell what?
Blood. A blood donation van on North Cloudwater Road got into a pileup. It's only 2 blocks away from here.
Are you a fucking vampire or something? Like, what the fuck, Raphael? He spoke cheerfully, but there was a playful look in his eyes. Did I say cheerfully or carefully? Cheerfully.
The predators suppress their instincts and blend in with the crowd. But at night, that's when they come out to feed. I bet those predators are starving after catching a whiff of blood.
This music got so intense for what? What the fuck? As if on cue, the unmistakable sound of flesh being torn apart resounded behind a mountain of garbage. So that's why it went all intense and shit.
Huh. It looks like we're out of time.
A nauseating stench permeated the air as shadowy figures emerged from the abandoned buildings. Onto the street. Fuck me! War paint! The group grew in numbers. They entered the narrow alley like a swarm of ants. Raphael flicked his wrist and tossed the yogurt container into a nearby trash can. And then politely waved goodbye.
Farewell, walking buffet.
He's calling it walking buffet. Okay. What the fuck? The hell? In a blink of an eye, he appeared on the roof of a nearby building. Smelling the scent of a living creature, the lower class predators moved faster. They were heading towards my position. I gritted my teeth as I held the gun in my hand. 6 bullets wouldn't be enough for me to fight my way out when there were this many predators. If I wanted to make it out alive, I needed that combat-ready predator to help me. 5 yogurt drinks. Any flavor you want. In the dim glow of the streetlight, his ears twitched ever so slightly, then he turned to me.
Are you trying to bribe me?
Oh, obviously. He appeared on a car roof and leaned down. Smirking, he held out his hand.
50 bottles.
Damn! 10.
30.
20.
Death's knocking at your door and you're still trying to bargain?
Think about it. If I die here, you won't find another enforcer who's willing to meet your demands. Oh my god. My gun clicked. I ran out of bullets. A predator took this chance to lunge at— It wasn't a reading game! The predator took this chance to lunge at me, but they were kicked away at the last second. Raphael placed himself between me and the looming threats. But he slammed a trash can against the predator's head. Damn, buddy! Shit!
20 drinks and extra free time outside every day.
Deal.
Damn it! I'm an S-class predator! Are you even treating this seriously?
Go, Raphael, go! Not the flames. As soon as the words left my mouth, flames rained down. Carried by the night wind, they devoured the predator's horde. Dark figures clumped as towering flames engulfed them. The air was filled with the never-ending chorus of screams. Wow, man sounded really... just offering some blood.
Where did this monster come from?
That scream really got me. I'm so sorry. That sounded so fucking funny to me. I can't even. He didn't sound like it. That was a... Okay. Just by the situation, I think he needed a little more oomph to it, but remove. The screaming and waves of approaching predators disappeared as they were consumed by the crackling flames. Oh my god. Jesus. I raised my head. An unsettling quietness fell over the street. It was as if everything was business as usual. The only sound I heard was the soft click of swinging shackles. He stopped in front of me and purposely reached for the badge hanging on my chest.
LCBI Operations, Sector 1, Special Enforcer. It's time for you to keep your promise. Scratch that. You'll be my dear supervisor.
Rafayel was shrouded in mystery. If he could escape at any time, then why did he choose to stay at the LCBI? And why did he obediently follow me back after that day? Winona was curious about this. In her words, the conflict between ordinary people and the predators will eventually escalate. Inevitably. Before effective weapons or a cure for the predator's virus can be developed, my conciliatory approach might be successful. And as the other enforcers who survived living with the predator for 30 days, I became a valuable research subject. After a month of coexistence, I thought I found a way to balance the power dynamic in our relationship. The most important element was... 1 month later.
Did you get it?
Raphael's eager gaze landed on the shopping bag in my hand. They ran out of honeydew ones, so I got coconut instead. Do you want to try it? His expression faltered, but he still took the straw and poked it into each yogurt drink in succession, like before. I hate when words replace itself. I keep saying that, but it's really fucking annoying, y'all. I can't tell if he's hard to please or easy to please. Why are we... In the testing arena, the second weapon trial concluded earlier than expected. The battle barely lasted 10 minutes before the new combat robots were reduced to nothing more than scrap metal. In stark contrast to Raphael's composure, the observers and experts responsible for recording the data were quiet.
These predators are nothing but monsters. They should all be exterminated.
Raphael ignored the outburst. He lazily stretched on the spot and walked towards me as I stood in the corner.
Let's go.
I wasn't sure when it started, but coming to me first after finishing the trials became a habit of his. Oh! No way they put him in the... Why is he in this? Out of all the things, they put him in this? Okay. To gather more of observational data, the LCBI didn't place any restrictions on Rafayel's movements. Since I was worried he might cause more trouble, I had to keep a closer eye on him. I cleared out the storage room in my apartment and set up a small bed to serve as his temporary living space. Having returned home, Rafayel sat cross-legged on the sofa and changed the TV channels. It was past midnight, and the late-night program aired a classic romantic movie. If he had been more enthusiastic, that 6-year-old researcher would have had a heart attack.
But when his wig flew off, everyone was entertained, yeah?
Gotta love that he's still a little sassy little shit in this universe, too. He tossed the empty yogurt bottle into the trash can.
By the way, does this yogurt drink really cost you a day's worth of your salary? You're not lying to me, right?
I nervously chewed on my straw and guiltily averted my gaze. Yeah, it's expensive. The economy isn't great right now. The housing market crashed, deflation. Even the mayor's cat has to settle for less. If it weren't for my boundless compassion, could anyone afford to cater to your delicate palate?
Are you sure it's not because you're poor?
What the fuck? They just called me poor. The hell? He innocently asked the question without a hint of malice. I can only respond through gritted teeth. Why don't you earn some money and help me and help out then? That fucking emote, Christ almighty. The genuine confusion and bewilderment in his eyes made it impossible for me to stay annoyed. It was hard to believe that he used to be an opera singer. Hugging a cushion, I scooted a little closer to him. Raphael, do you remember what you were like when you used to sing?
Nope.
Have you ever wondered if the person you are right now might not be your true self?
You seem to be curious about me. Very curious. What about you, though? You're in a rut. Have you ever stopped to think about what you really want? Do you want me to help you kill them?
He met my gaze. The corners of his eyes appeared sharp in the dim lighting. Who are you talking about?
Those useless higher-ups at your LCBI. Don't you want to do it? Or are you too much of a scaredy cat?
Jesus! Raphael suddenly leaned in, and he rested his right hand next to me. Oh, I hold it. Right? Are we just gonna stare at each other? Will I poke your fucking neck? Or like, what's going on, buddy? There
They
we go.
ignore your well-being.
Raphael... I shifted, and my knees bent slightly to press against his abdomen, but I can't move anymore.
And force you to watch over a predator who can end your life at any moment.
Alright, buddy, calm down.
Yet they turn a blind eye to what you truly want. It's something even a child could understand. You should at least know that.
He lowered his gaze, then he smiled.
Scared of me now? Are you thinking that a predator's tendency to destroy and kill overpowers their emotions? so you shouldn't let your guard down.
His fingertips glided across my back as I tried to get up. The restraint on my wrist loosened. I'm having cramps, just not at the gameplay. He pulled his hand back and waved something in front of my eyes. It's the remote.
Can I change the channel?
Fuck. Fuming, I snatched the remote from him and turned the TV off before he could protest. It's almost morning. Go to bed.
Okay. Sure.
I woke up in a cold sweat. I had a nightmare where Raphael tore me apart and ate my flesh. That's cool. I pushed open the door to the side bedroom. The bed was empty, even the blanket lost all its warmth. Did he run away? I scanned my surroundings. The front door was still locked from the inside, and all the windows and doors in the bedroom and living room were intact.
Let me go!
The fuck? The sound was coming from the balcony. I expected the worst as I rushed through the living room. I yanked the glass door open. In daylight's embrace, Raphael stood on the window frame, carrying and struggling blurry... Oh my god. Carrying a struggling burly man over his left shoulder. He lowered him to the floor. The fuck, dude?
Let me go! Damn it!
Bodies covered the tiles. Predators were stacked on top of one another, and their hands were bound behind their backs. Their wells filled the air as if they were in a constant state of agony. I recognized several of them. They were notorious criminals from many wanted posters. They always managed to escape the authorities. However, Raphael pulled out a calculator. His fingers flew over the keys before he held it up to me. I saw a string of numbers on its display.
3 B class, 4 A class, and 1 S class. All of them are predators with criminal records. The LCBI wants them arrested too.
Did this man...
This is the total of their bounties. Is that enough to cover our living expenses for a month?
He really did... Damn! Shit! He really just did that. Okay. The neighbor who was watering flowers on the balcony overheard the commotion and looked at us.
Ah! Oh no! There are predators everywhere!
It's really funny that he did that, honestly. Oh my god. As Raphael embraced his predatory nature and started making some money, the third weapon trial arrived as scheduled. I heard the robots were upgraded with an improved automatic defense system this time. Their shooting capabilities had been enhanced as well. The plan was to have the trial last longer than the previous ones. Fortunately, at the 30-minute mark, Raphael managed to twist off the head of the third robot and toss it into the equipment salvage area.
How did he manage to pull that off?
He's a strong boy.
70% of Unit 1 has been compromised. Unit 3 and Unit 4 are in an even worse state. 90% of their integrity has been destroyed.
Jeez. A somber mood engulfed the observation room, yet I couldn't help but feel relieved. As Raphael emerged from the testing arena, everyone's gazes were on him. The fear and disgust were apparent. He ignored their scrutinizing looks and walked towards me as usual, but his brows furrowed when he looked at my hand. He seemed to be concerned.
Why are you sweating so much? Your hands are cold, too.
Unable to offer him an explanation, I shook my head. For a moment, I almost thought he would... Oh my god, for a moment, I almost thought he wouldn't make it out alive. It's nothing. You did great today, and I prepared a reward for you.
You're treating me like some kind of pet. Huh.
It was a light-hearted remark, but he tightened his grip on my hand. Hey, nice music. Hey. Pretty nice, alright. It was dusk when we arrived at the entrance of the White Whale Theater. Posters for Serene's song were plastered everywhere. During the short walk from the entrance to our seats, countless people turned their heads to catch a glimpse of him. The sound of steady breathing was next to me. We were barely 10 minutes into the performance. You okay, bruh? You good, homie? Unable to bear it any longer, I gently kicked his ankle. Rafayel slightly swayed his head before it fell onto my shoulder. Oh my god. Can't believe your artistic sensibilities were thoroughly eroded? I had originally planned to take him back to relive that familiar performance, hoping to learn more about his past. I let out a silent sigh. We began to leave. As we made our way to the exit, he rubbed his eyes and tossed the crumpled program voucher into a nearby trash bin.
The lead opera singer was terrible. 5 notes were off key in a single line. Also, that final high note was more like a shout.
Oh! His words instantly drew a flurry of hostile glares from those around us. Embarrassed, I lowered my head and tried to hurry him toward the exit, but a well-dressed middle-aged man stopped us.
Excuse me, I'm the opera manager. Could I talk to you two in private?
Is there something I can help you with?
My apologies for the sudden intrusion. You see...
The opera manager wasted no time in explaining why he approached us. The terrible lead opera singer Rafayel had criticized was injured recently. Moreover, an important performance was scheduled in a month. All of Lincoln's VIPs would be attending it. Raphael's build and appearance closely resembled the masked protagonist on the opera's poster. Consequently, the opera manager hoped he would be an understudy for the role.
Come to think of it, your friend here bears a striking resemblance to that famous opera singer from several years ago.
Which one?
You know, Rafayel. Haven't you heard of him?
You're right. This isn't the first time someone made that comparison. Oh my god. Raphael emerged from the fitting room. He wore an expensive, formal outfit. The suit boasted a snow-white lining with a perfectly tailored jacket, interlaced embroidery, and beads adorned the collar.
It's a bit tight around the neck.
I stepped closer and loosened his collar. What about now? Raphael gave me a thumbs up upon seeing him. The opera manager's eyes sparkled with excitement.
Excellent. Excellent. I knew I was right about you. You're the understudy we've been looking for.
An opportunity to make money fell right into our laps. Of course, I refused to let it slip away. Not to mention, I was curious to see how Raphael, who didn't remember anything about his past, would interpret a role that might be tied to his own history. Raphael, here's our chance to make some money.
Huh?
He's from the Southern District. He doesn't have any official ID for this area, so we need to keep things off the record.
I see. Well, since he'll be an understudy, we don't expect him to actually sing. In terms of payment.
He can sing.
Hmm?
Five minutes later, using the sheet music Raphael finished performing a segment from Siren's song, already a crowd of onlookers gathered at the dressing room door. Where'd that fucking come from? Just spawned on your face? Worried that his identity might be exposed, I grabbed a mask from the makeup table and put it on his face. Yeah, that's really, Anyway.
Why do I have to wear this?
Don't move. In many stories, the protagonist often wears a mask when he kills people. His enemies only caught a glimpse of his face in their final moments. Raphael, however, only responded with confusion. He rubbed his chin against my palm. Take those. Only then did I realize that his past was bright and full of hope. Alright. I got stranded in the bathroom. So that was fun. Thank you. Alright. It was a masterpiece crafted by a painter or a singer who poured every ounce of passion into their life's work.
Hey, snap out of it. We're about to sign the contract. Make sure you check the payment and clauses later.
Alright. There was no toilet paper. And then my mom wasn't home, so then I had to, ask other family members to help me. Raphael walked over and took my hand. My heart suddenly started racing before I knew it.
I want her as my assistant, and she gets her own salary. Add that to the contract we talked about.
Oh, after the meeting ended, Winona stopped me at the door of the conference room. She gave me the morning newspaper. Health Department director found dead in private residence underground parking garage last night. Underground parking garage last night. Suspect to be a victim of a predator attack. That's a big ass renowned villain. Yep. Found in the basement with his hands tied behind his back. Body covered in fluorescent spray paint, and that spells out the word shame. Riots caused by the predators became more and more frequent. A cloud of unease hung over the city. Citizens continued to take to the streets and demanded the authorities implement laws to control or even exterminate the predators.
The higher-ups secured a large amount of funding. They say it's from Ever, and it's to be used for developing weapons against the predators. Do you realize what this means?
Holding several documents, went aside and patted my shoulder.
Your predator pet will have a short life.
Is it philanthropist? Is that what that is? And it's just fucking weird looking and not how I think it should be spelled?
Philanthropist.
It is philanthropist. Get the fuck out. Why is it spelled like that? See? Renata was right. To regain the public's trust and quell the anger, the authorities must announce a solution for dealing with the predators. That made Rafayel, an obedient SSS-class predator, the perfect target. Because that's so fair. Mulling over my anxious thoughts, I arrived at the testing arena. Rafayel leaned against the doorway. Emerging from the shadows, his figure was softly illuminated by the corridor's motion sensor light. Have you been waiting long?
Not really.
That means he just finished the trial. Must have lasted longer than usual this time. I touched the faint bruise at the corner of his mouth. Words formed and pursed on my lips. The tension between the predators and ordinary citizens that continued to build finally erupted into large-scale protest on Saturday. Protesters demanded that the authorities take action against the predators within the population and implement strict laws. Riots were almost an everyday occurrence for safety reasons. Many roads were barricaded and guarded by armed personnel. Yet beneath the security corridor, the prime viewing spot along the serene river, still hosts a magnificent floating stage constructed right on schedule. Serene Song, produced by the White Whale Theatrical Troupe, was set to begin at 7 p.m. Rafayel, you nervous? I looked up, only to be momentarily stunned by his eye-catching reflection in the mirror. The makeup artist adjusted Raphael's cuffs. Unable to move, he lifted his head to meet my gaze.
Why would I be? Didn't you say you wanted to hear me sing?
I have a feeling they're not going to let us hear it. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. The exclusive Riverside seat welcomed their designated guest when there was only a minute left before the curtains rose. The city's elites were always fashionably late if it meant they could make a grand entrance. The spotlight above the circular cylinders stands dimmed one by one. Probably it's circular. One by one, the sunset golden rays danced across the river surface. A twilight dyed the sky. The performance began. The barrage emerged from the eternal night mist. Shadowy figures slowly materialized from the darkness. The voice was unlike anything the audience heard, yet no one understood why it sounded different. The more intently they listened, the more exclusive the voice became. As the performance reached a climax, photographers forgot to press their shutter buttons. Critics' pens fell silent, and even the elite stopped their lofty discussions. Years later, I would still firmly believe that in those few moments, everyone at the performance thought of one thing. This would be a night celebrated and remembered for generations to come. After the show, rain fell. The luxury cars parked along the street drove away one at a time. With an umbrella, I rushed to the temporary waiting room on the roadside as soon as the opera ended. Raphael emerged from it alone. His unruly hair was damped. Unruly hair? What the fuck? Was damped from the rain. His thin, loose pants clung to his legs, and his embroidered suit looked as if it was drenched. It appeared stuck to his body.
What were they screeching about at the end? All that noise made my head hurt.
They were giving you a round of applause. After a performance, everyone cheers for you. How can you not even remember that? I wasn't sure why I felt the need to explain. Looking down, I noticed how soaked his shoes were. Never mind, let's get out of here. Raphael patted his pockets before opening his hand. In his palm laid several blunted rings. Blunted rings?
The lead opera singer gave them to me. He said I did an okay job as his substitute.
An okay
I also
job.
embodied his style. Sort of, anyway. I only asked, "Who are you again?" Then he stormed off and slammed the door behind him. He has no manners.
After Raphael's supposed death, notice popped up like no tomorrow. No, like, oh my fucking god! Popped up like no tomorrow. The actor was one of them. In fact, he was the most convincing copycat out of the group. They said he had performances at home and a board scheduled well into next year. If these rings were from this rising star, they were probably valuable. The cheers and applause you heard were for you. The people in the audience didn't show up for anyone else. They wanted to see you. You're not just anyone's substitute, Raphael. You're the one they admire and aspire to be.
So, you want him?
Didn't even give a shit. He's like, yeah, whatever, here. As I collected my thoughts, I smiled at him and waved.
You want 10? I don't have that many.
I wasn't implying that at all. I opened my mouth to explain myself, but I changed my mind. Amidst the array of dazzling jewels, I point to the most understated one. It was the ring he put on before the performance. I want the one you're wearing on your ring. I want the one you're wearing on my ring finger. Okay, brother. He gently took my hand. His skin brushed against mine as he slid the simple band over my finger. You wanted to give me a ring. This is because you like it.
It's valuable. I thought you might like it since it's worth a lot.
And now we're married and we can be Thank you. A bunch of theater managers mistook me for your agent. They asked for your contact information.
Did you tell them I bite? And how painful my bites are? They might even die from it.
Yep, indeed. That instant drop of the smile was crazy, by the way. The rain stopped, and the air along the riverbank was infused with the fresh scent of wet grass.
Do you want me to go with them?
Why are you cooperating with the LCBI? Unexpectedly, we blurted out our questions at the same time. With your skills, it wouldn't be hard to overpower a few enforcers. Hijack a patrol car and drive on Lincoln 24 to reach the Southern District. Since they planted a control device in you, I can help you find a way to deal with it. Raphael stopped in his tracks. When he spoke, his words lacked any warmth. They were as cold as the lingering raindrops on my skin.
Have you ever seen how the predators feed? They use their claws to make an incision along their prey's spine, then tear it apart. The predators start eating the internal organs before moving on to the muscles and flesh on your bones.
Cool beans, I guess.
They're no different from hyenas. Dismembered limbs everywhere. I don't like it.
Damn. Do you like being with us, son? Well, I guess the answer is no. In the end, the predators and ordinary people were fundamentally different. Yet with his primal instinct and innate nature, he either failed to recognize these differences or choose to discard them. Raphael's gaze returned to me.
In your eyes, am I no different from the other predators?
Oh,
Forget it.
okay. Before I could respond, he abruptly turned away. His irritation was propelled. He walked to the edge of the bridge, his eyes fixed on the river's inky depths. The fuck?
You blind asshole.
Why did they censor asshole? It sounded like he said asshole. Whatever. Oh my fucking god. No, exactly. He even said it. It sounded like he legit said it. I'm not even joking. It was like cough, cough, and then the full word just like really quiet on the ass, and then... A patrol car sped past us on the wet road. A bottle flew out of its lowered window. The way he turned around, though. In an instant, Rafayel shielded me with his body.
Why are you hiding? Hey, who said you two could sneak off and...
Oh! Before I can even realize what was happening, the patrol car skidded and towards the left, yep, whatever the fuck, basically crashed, it seems. The unconscious driver was slumped over the deployed airbag. When did you change your outfit? Were you wearing that fucking under your other outfit? Fuck. The man in the passenger seat instantly sobered up from shock when Raphael dragged him out of the car. He frantically clawed at Raphael's hands and begged for mercy.
As you can see, snapping their necks and tossing them over the bridge would be easy.
Superman!
I wouldn't hesitate to do it. I won't show a sliver of mercy either.
Damn, dude.
But you tell me I shouldn't. You always sympathize with these so-called companions.
Oh! He pinned the man to the ground, and he used a torn seatbelt to bind his hands behind his back. He unceremoniously tossed him into the truck.
This is the real difference between us.
Why'd you get all moody all of a sudden? Calm down, brother. The searchlight on top of the bridge swept across the space. The harsh glare danced across his features.
Cutie.
Hey. He suddenly said my name. What? Don't get all sad and shit.
Even after learning all that, will you still let me come home with you?
I mean, yeah. I finally reached the LCBI's building. I pushed through the sea of protesters and strikers that filled the streets. The corridors were filled with staff who had phones between their shoulders and ears. They hurried from place to place. The 7th Probation, aimed to control predators, had entered the drafting stage. Everything seemed to be moving in a direction that promised to breathe a new life into the city. The fourth trial commenced as scheduled.
We set everything at the highest possible level. It's about time we made this predator suffer. Are you ready?
Are you serious? Oh my...
It worked! Look at the Predator. It's never been beaten this badly before.
Fuck you! Once they collected enough data, the researchers finally ended the trial. It lasted 94 minutes and 5 seconds. It was 3 times longer than the trial before.
I was hoping that predator would die today.
I'm hoping you die today, motherfucker.
If we're going to watch it die, we might as well broadcast it, so the entire city can watch. Then everyone can see we developed a weapon to use against the Predators.
We owe it to that brand new energy vein they discovered underground in the Southern District. The Protocore thing.
Yeah, I heard Ever is already preparing to start their mining operations.
No wonder the investment got approved just like that. They're probably planning to clean out all the predators in that area before proceeding with the energy extraction.
The conversation abruptly stopped. Down the seemingly endless corridor, a crowd surrounded a middle-aged man as he left. I couldn't make out his face, but I heard he was a trusted confidant of Ever's shadow director. Fuck off, honestly. As soon as the crowd disperses, I swiftly made my way to the testing arena. I searched for the door's handle. He collapsed onto my arms as if his soul was sucked out of his body. Damn, brother. Oopsie. Open wounds were visible between his fingers and some still oozed blood. Raphael tapped my forehead as if his injuries weren't concerning in the slightest.
Something's been bothering you all day. What's wrong?
I was afraid you were going to die. He didn't take my hand this time. He was probably worried his blood would get on it.
Why? People die every day.
What the fuck is this shit, man? It's not easy to explain, just try to prioritize your well-being next time. If it's too much for you, just fake it so the trials end early. Got it?
You're weird. But okay.
Why does Raphael's card feel so much longer than the rest? Am I just tripping or what? As the combat program system evolved, the chances of Raphael dying in the next experiment or the one after increased. A plan formed in my mind. I was going to help him escape. I couldn't explain why I was doing it. I just knew I refused to stand back and watch him fade away. Aww. But if I let him leave, the authorities will do everything in their power to bring him back. The safest option is to make everyone believe he's dead. After extensive inquiries, I obtained information from undercover contacts about several S-Class predators. Yep. The Tipping might have been here before me. Teetering on the riverbank served as their hideout. I need water.
Wouldn't it be faster to just charge in and dump them at the LCBI's doorstep?
If it were that easy, we wouldn't always be buried in work. If you don't want the entire city hunting you down, follow me.
Fine. I'll pretend I'm slowly approaching them, before acting like I can't handle them. I'll wait for you to bring in the enforcers. Once you surround us, I'll make my escape.
Language choked my heart, but I forced myself to smile and nod. Raphael glanced at me, then he turned away and sighed.
I'll be waiting. Don't leave me hanging for too long.
His figure quickly vanished behind the diplomated building. Everything was ready. I grabbed my comms device and contacted my colleagues at the LCBI. I spotted 3 predators at the intersection of the city's north and west sectors. All of them are confirmed S-class criminals on our list. 2 of them are also the prime suspects in the recent bombing incident. What is this, some Caleb explosion bullshit stuff? And the motion of the planetary high-profile arrest immediately perked up the teams on the other end. I think this is potentially, by the way.
Understood. We'll immediately request the tactical unit to be deployed to your location. Keep the comms channel open for updates.
Sure, I said the main quest. More to do 50 side quests. My goodness. Our goal here is to round up all of these predators. As soon as a large group of forces arrive, the predators' criminals quickly sense something was off. When my comms device buzzed, I answered the call with unwavering composure. As expected, I was greeted by less than friendly voices.
Call off your people now! Otherwise, your lapdog dies!
Go ahead, then do it. I've been waiting to get rid of him for a while now, anyway.
We were all humans once. You think I don't see through your act? Just as I thought. You never saw us as humans. You can't even save your obedient lapdog. Hey! Say something to your master! Let her hear!
I don't know what was going on over there, but I knew Raphael hadn't said a single word. In the midst of the complete silence, a familiar voice reached my ears.
You left me. Is it because you hate me?
Damn, that sounded really angsty, brother. Yes.
Should I stay here?
Yes.
Okay.
My comms device vibrated twice in my pocket. It was quiet and unmistakable, and I knew what it meant. All I had to do was give the signal.
The target has been surrounded, Enforcer. When should we move?
The binning was rigged with explosive. Taking care of these predators wouldn't be a challenge. Not to mention, my true motive would be revealed if this continues to drag on, and Raphael would return to the LCBI while a more qualified enforcer replaced me. There's no time to lose. I opened all comms channels. More people needed to witness his death in this accident. Attention all news, the building before you has 2 prime suspects behind the recent Magnolia Square bombing. The year is almost over. The operation sector has been behind. Sector 1 has been, or Sector I, has been behind on arrest. It's time we changed that and earned ourselves some points. Cheers erupted across all channels with one voice.
What? Have you lost your mind? The Predator is still in there! You can't just...
I cut off Winona's transfer mission and issued the command without any hesitation. Do it. The explosion roared to life. The 3-story buildings crumbled along with its support columns. Flames slipped away at the walls and peeled them away like paper. Chunks of debris plumbed into the river behind us and set massive waves crashing against the shore. But I knew Raphael would find a way out using his skills. I just streamed for 5 hours, come back, and she's still going. These cards are long! And we have 2 more left. We're not done yet. There's still 2 more to go. And then I have to get his other ending too, so. My heart was steeped in anticipation and dread as it raced. I ran to the riverbank. In the darkness, I found what I hoped to see, a pair of eyes shining with the river. He waited. Maybe he wanted to hear me say his name one more time, but I remained silent. He gave me one last look before slipping below the water surface. He vanished without looking back. That night, I had a dream. Raphael had transformed into a fish and swam to a distant shore that stretched into the distance. His fins morphed into legs, and he stepped into a beautiful, breathtaking land. Instead of singing, he picked up a paintbrush. Effortlessly, he filled the canvas with intricate patterns of light. His hands were as elegant as ever. Even if he'll never sing again, I was sure he'd be a wonderful artist. 1 year later. The winter sky has darkened. Only the LCBI's tower building is ablaze with light. Inside, staff from various departments work well into the night.
Did you see the news report 10 minutes ago? Get here pronto. We have an emergency. Who else could it be? Flow and Fire just emailed their next hit list to the mayor's inbox. They're treating the transportation department's archives like their own personal playground. Just come in. If anything, do it for Lincoln. You know Ever's protocore mining operations have already...
A year passed since then. I hadn't seen Raphael since. He vanished without a trace. There were rumors of someone who looked like him among the predators in the underground world. But these sightings were fleeting at best. I was working tirelessly to improve my position in the LCBI. I needed to find Raphael and see how he was doing, if he was still alive. But every lead turned into a dead end. Meanwhile, a symbol continued to appear at various crime scenes, a black flame. It was the call sign of Flow and Fire, a predator organization that recently appeared. All their members were from the improvised Southern District. An hour later, the bureau chief stormed into the LCBI's conference room. His face barely masked his indication.
Those damned predators knew about our plan and deployment beforehand.
Before the meeting went on to tell me about the certain rumor the higher-ups apparently agreed to a large-scale collaboration with Ever, of course. Whether the true objective was to exterminate the predators or secure the protocore veins, no one was certain. I regret to report that Flowing Fire has eliminated knowledge about our every move, yet we remain in the dark about their operations. The only concrete information we have at the moment is their leader. Oh my god. He said it so fucking long ago. I don't even want to try. I think it's Tamino. But I'm not fucking sure. They said it like once, and now it's back again. They didn't say it as they said the other one so much. For the rest of the cards. Being an extremely dangerous SS-class predator. He managed to bring even the most dangerous predators to heel. These were individuals who decapitated their allies for sport. In addition, they were carrying out a series of planned operations. They treated the they made masters of Lincoln's elite as their personal program for criminal activities. Holy fuck! They're throwing big words at me. Jimmy's whereabouts are unknown. No one has seen him to this day. I have his signs over the room as I delivered my report. The Bureau Chief's suspicion grew increasingly grim with every word.
The 7th provision of the Predator Management Act is about to go into effect. We cannot allow them to interfere. Operation Sector 1 will handle this. You must arrest him and bring him to justice before then.
Yes, Chief. Southern District. Oh my goodness. In one of the Southern District's abandoned buildings, the data broker stood with his trench coat collar turned up. We exchanged glances.
Same as always. You know the price.
He discreetly signaled a number with his fingers. Although it wasn't cheap, it was visible.
By the way, why are you interested in Tamino? Are you serious about arresting him? Let me give you some advice. Quit your job as an enforcer while you still can. When the Predators finally take over the city, the enforcers will be the first one they go after.
I appreciate your concern, and from now on, if you find any leads related to the flowing fire, contact me immediately. Darkness engrossed the winter sky. As I approached my car, I noticed how many shadows moved more quickly. I reached for the car door while turning around to shoot behind me, but before I could react, a dark figure dropped down from above. I fell to the ground and a dull ache radiated from my forehead.
Ha! What did I tell you? It's an enforcer!
Killing her would be too kind. You have no idea what those LCBI bastards are capable of!
A scorching gust cut through the evening air. Flames erupted and consumed the two figures in my persimmon? Basically, in our way, in front of us. When they died out, a shadowy figure emerged from the darkness. He slowly advanced towards me.
LCBI operations, Sector 1, Special Enforcer.
In that familiar voice, I looked up in disbelief. I saw a face I hadn't seen in a long, long time.
They say you're looking for a predator named Tamino. He's a notorious criminal who's capable of committing any evil deed. A regular face on your internal lists, so they say.
Rafayel caressed my hand as his fingers suddenly froze when they brushed against the wind.
What? You don't recognize me anymore?
Rafayel brings me to Flowing Fire's underground base. The predators encircle me, and their excited whistles pierce the air.
Let's skin her and hang her corpse by the door of the LCBI's building by dawn.
Bruh.
We'll show those enforcers what happens to the people who oppose us.
Why don't we just eat her? It's been ages since we had a proper meal.
Everyone out. Now.
The room falls silent. No one dares to defy his command.
Focus.
I look up and realize we're alone in the warehouse. Rafayel lifts my chin with the tip of his dagger, so I'm forced to meet his gaze.
You're capable and not stupid. But you still manage to get caught by the predators. If all enforcers are like you, Lincoln's future is pretty bleak.
My silence seems to irk him. He changes his approach.
For 3 months, you had people dig up info about Flow and Fire and me. How did that go? Did you find anything interesting?
So the thorn in Evers on this whole CBI side really was you. Did you bring me here to kill me then?
Kill you? No.
Oh!
I'm more curious about what it's like to keep someone as a pet.
I read ahead. Okay.
When I feel like it, I'll give you some attention. If I lose interest, I'll toss you aside. That way, I can watch you beg and call me master. Doesn't it sound fun? It's like taming a wild animal.
Situation is taught like an invisible bowstring. It's pulled and pulled until a buzz interrupts. This is still my phone. My phone, oh no, someone from the LCBI is calling.
You want to call for help? Allow me.
Before I can respond, Rafayel grabs my phone and answers it. He starts speaking without giving the caller a chance to talk.
Hey, I'm Tamino. Yeah, I'm the guy you're trying to arrest. I have your colleague.
Yeah, I'm great.
I know you can trace this call to find Flow and Fire's base. But if you step into this area, she dies. So what do you plan to do?
The other end of the line is quiet, then they speak in a eliciting tone. They consider a negotiation. But their real intentions are clear. The LCBI has no intention to give up this golden opportunity for an acceptable enforcer like me. Or they can even negotiate, however, Rafayel and
You poor thing. Even your colleagues are ready to sacrifice you in the name of justice.
I'm at a loss for words. Thoughts surge to the tip of my tongue, only to be swallowed back again. I shake my hand. Honestly, Concrete, everyone only cares about themselves. It's a status quo. Raphael, is this your way of getting back at me?
I'm not doing this all for the sake of revenge. I'm after bigger fish, the LCBI. You're just the bait to lure in those idiots so I can catch them in one go. Don't believe me?
I discovered an underground metacorticoids and developed weapons powered by this energy source.
Do I look like I'm unaware of what's going on in the outside world?
Raphael's lips curl into a half smile as if he's mocking my good intentions.
Let them try. We'll see if their fancy bullets kill me before I rip out their throats.
Damn, dude. There's nothing left for us to say to each other. I lower my gaze away and wait for the death that could arrive at any moment.
Although, how does the third option sound? You can live, but only if you become a predator like me.
Bruh.
That way, we'll be the same.
His last words were barely above a whisper. Concerned I wouldn't refuse, he quickly moves his head towards my neck. You're wrong. I'm not here to save people, competitors, or this city. The only person I want to save is you. It's always been you. His fangs mere centimeters away from my skin, impossible hearing my words.
Do you honestly think I'll allow your lies to deceive me again?
Believe it or not, I never once thought about leaving you behind.
Then why won't you become another predator like me? Wouldn't it be easier? Those normal people you're around are stupid and selfish. They created the predators, and now they're playing the blame game and pretending to be heroes. Will anything good come out of siding with them? Join me. I'll turn this entire city into our paradise.
So if I possess, close my eyes, I almost believe that the future Raphael speaks of, our future, becoming reality. Yet before his fangs pierced my skin, the door suddenly burst.
Freeze!
Oh my. Dozens of guns are pointed at us. There's no way out.
Looks like your LCBI friends want us to die together. It's sort of romantic being star-crossed lovers.
Raphael remains calm as if he anticipated this dangerous turn of events. In spite of that, I can't shake off the fear that he might die here.
Let's do one last gamble. I bet you can't catch me.
Oh? As his words hang in the air, a wall of fire materializes. We're separated from everyone else. The scorching heat knocks everyone off their feet. By the time I come to my senses, Raphael has disappeared. Tomino's true identity is confirmed. He's Raphael who supposedly died during a previous quest. As his former supervisor, I'm suspended from duty due to our ambitious relationship. They say I'm mutilating. Oh my god. Flowing Fire issues a statement. They plan to give Lincoln a special gift on the day the 17th probation goes into effect. Provisions go into effect. These events are the only thing the headlines talk about. They're featured on the front page of every major newspaper. Tucked away in a small corner of the morning paper is an unassuming announcement. Serene's song, once performed by the Searing River, will be screened tonight at the White Well Theater. I pick up my office supplies and plan to slip away under the cover of night.
I had a cat once. It ran away from home. I know how you feel.
Voice behind me breaks the silence. It's Winona. Huh? She hands me a stack of confidential documents labeled Cure for Predator Virus and walks away. Her high heels click and clank against the floor. The one I want to save. I don't care about humanity, the predators, or even this city. It's always been Raphael. He's the one who reached for my hand without any hesitation. Three days later, the flames of the conflict spread from the southern district to the city center. With unrest ready to explode like a power cave, the authorities have imposed a 24-hour curfew. Even in broad daylight, the usually bustling streets are eerily deserted. In the dimly lit room, the screen flickers and shows Raphael slowly sinking into the water as he stands on barge? I don't fucking care anymore. Oh my god. I realized something I never truly understood him. Some explosions did happen in the back. He's an opera singer, a predator, and after our reunion, the leader of Flying Fire. But who is he really? Maybe I want more than a fleeting embrace. I yearn to witness his journey until the end of time. The theater's main door swings open. A black-lit figure walks down the steps, its form sticking out like a sore thumb against the light. I turn to see what it is, and I'm not surprised. You knew I was here.
The LCBI HQ is nothing but rubble now. I didn't see you there. I guess you don't even appreciate the performance I meticulously created for you.
He navigates the narrow aisle and sits next to me. Now that Lincoln is your stage, you really need me in the audience. His expression slowly hardens and he settles over his features.
Do you think I care what happens to this city?
His head is slightly lowered, and his face is like a canvas where light and shadow intertwine.
It's easy for me to get what other people desire. Always has been. But I never knew what I truly wanted for myself. When I figured it out, well, I have no intention of letting her go. I'll do whatever it takes to make her mine.
A faint rumbling seeps through the walls outside. The predators howl like concerned beasts. I have no idea who will win, yet that doesn't matter to me. I know what you're thinking. Do you want to turn me into one of those predators? Alright then, go ahead. I do have some cards left. I throw my arms around him. Raphael freezes for a moment before he hugs me back. Okay. Turn me into someone who's just like you. Then we'll always be together, right? His fangs gaze the side of my neck before they sink into my skin. The bite is gentle. It's as if he's afraid of hurting me. Blood trickles down my neck and I skipped on accident. Blood trickles down my neck and its stains slips in a dark crimson. Why'd it get super fucking dark?
I wanna leave this place. Let's start a new life in another city.
I'm sorry. Okay. Time seems to slow down yet also pass in a blink of an eye. I touch the bite mark on my neck. I don't think I ever told you. I can't become a predator. But for the predators like you who have gone into a frenzy, my blood seems to have a soothing effect. As he falls to his knees, I curl his face in my hands. Raphael, I will never become like you, but I need you to trust me right now. In exchange, I'll give you true freedom. When the fuck are we gonna have him tied up? I'm sorry, but when is that? Over the next month, a whirlwind of major events unfolded. That's yeah, okay. At least I'm not the only one. Over the next month, a whirlwind of major events unfold. The initiative against predators was declared a failure for the first time. However, on the day of the 17th was to go into effect, Ever's past experiments were exposed. Everything was revealed on flyers that touched every nook and cranny of the city. While the source remains a mystery, the evidence itself is conclusive and infuriable. Ever's experiments to artificially create the predators go as far back as 20 years ago. They even hid the cure so they could maintain control over the predators. Meanwhile, the LCBI made a public announcement. Clone of Fire was eliminated, and I was appointed as chief enforcer to oversee actions related to the predators. I walked in so hard reading that.
What I saw that day. Flow and Fire's leader, Tamino or Tamabobo, I don't remember, was kneeling in front of our best enforcer. She's our chief now.
Yeah, she even said, the target and bounty are mine. Get your own. At least it was something like that.
She wouldn't even loosen her grip on the chain. Talk about being motivated. I never saw someone so determined to take credit.
Oh my fucking god, I love that.
Quiet, everyone. Our new chief is here.
Oh, fuck. As soon as I enter the conference room, countless uncertain gazes land on me. I'd like to announce that we confirmed the death of Tamino's the leader of Flowing Fire. The body has been disposed of. We have made a significant milestone in our efforts against the predators. I'm also sure you heard the rumors. A series of measures against the predators will be slowly implemented, and Ever will be brought to trial for their actions. A wave of whispers ripples through the room. It quickly subsides. No one dares to voice my objections. Are there any questions? I meet every person's gaze as I scan the room. The silence remains. Alright then, this concludes our meeting. Is it finally here? Is it finally time? Dim lights cast long shadows along the empty corridors of an abandoned building. This is one of the many facilities that were exposed when Ever's crimes came to light. It's a research base, and its purpose was to conduct experiments on the predators. It has been forever. There's a containment cell on the B1 floor. It was used to confine uncooperative predators. As footsteps echo, a figure stirs behind the bars of the cell. Oh, sorry.
You liar.
Damn. Did you see how I went to favorite a line? That's my muscle memory talking right there. That's fucking crazy. Did you see that shit? You should have been more careful.
What are you going to do? Will I become your lab rat? Your plaything? Or...
I switch on an abandoned surgical light from the operating table, and it illuminates Rafayel's face. His gaze meets mine. Confusion and hatred are evident in his eyes. You always assume the worst of me, but when the LCBI raided Ever's underground lab, they found a few intriguing little gadgets. They say this spray can make a predator go into They say the spray can make a predator go into a frenzy. Should we test it out? Not waiting for it to respond, I press the nozzle. A fine mist touches the exposed skin of my wrist. The scent is barely noticeable to me, but how will Rafayel perceive it? By the way, the 7th provision will be put on hold for now. The authorities are working on a solution that satisfies the predators and the general population. Given all the factors at play here, wouldn't you agree this is the best outcome? I crouched down and reached between the caged bars to stroke his head. The faint scent of my wrist. I'm already getting fucking... Wait, every time I get close to the fucking Kindle, my brain just fucking doesn't work anymore. Like, the faint scent of my wrist wraps around him. Warps around him. New policies will be implemented, and the bridge spanning the river will serve as new boundary. The predators will be free to establish their own community. Everyone will live separately without interfering in each other's affairs.
I never saw you as an idealist.
His ears get so fucking red. Bro look like a tomato.
Even if ever is no more.
Oh my god.
There are others.
Okay. That's irrelevant from the very beginning. You're the only one I wanted to whisk away. Raphael's skin becomes hot to the touch. A feverish heat engulfs him, and the muzzle strapped to his face snaps. I notice a hint of emotion I've never seen before in his eyes. I'm surprised. My spirits are lifted ever so slightly. Timino, let's play one last game. If you win, I'll set you free. How does that sound? This is my promise to you.
What am I to you? A madman? A monster? Or just a pitiful prisoner?
A really hot man tied up. I've been waiting for this moment for fucking like 2 hours or some shit like that. Of me stumbling trying to fucking read anything. And I can finally see this gracious... Oh. You're Raphael. I hope you remember who you are. Tighten the muzzle. Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ. I forgot they jump at you like Five Nights at Freddy's fucking thing.
Don't act like you know me.
That laugh did something to me. Can we? I don't know.
These chains aren't what shackle me.
Got it. Yep.
Don't act like you know me.
Thank you. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
This isn't enough. The desire to devour and consume someone.
Oh my god.
You feel it too, right?
I didn't think it was gonna be this intense. They really said, you were waiting for this, bitch. Here you go. Have a treat. It'll be over soon. I'm here to help. I'm here to help you. Can I just say, the thing that I love the fucking most in video games is when you touch the skin and it fucking moves. It is the most satisfying thing to me on the fucking planet, and I just had to say that. Moving on. It's so cool, too.
You're checking my teeth. There's a muzzle here.
No defense zone vibes. Damn.
That's quite enough. I'm not a toy you can just play with.
Mm-hmm. I need to move closer if I... God damn it, game! I need to move closer if I want to find that activator. Ayo! Titty grab!
What is
oh my god.
supposed to be? Another plan of yours?
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, no, what the fucking... fucking shit, fucking god, what the fuck is that? I got your titty. I got your titty. Yep, this isn't fucking weird at all. Is it though? Okay, well, I wanted to go for that one first. Oh! Oh! Oh!
I won't repeat myself. Let go of me.
Blink! Isn't it? Oh my god, please. Is this another sensitive spot of yours? Do I, like, just hold it? Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. Oh.
Where did you learn to do that?
I hate that I can't take a picture because I know it'll crash and I would have to do this all over again. Don't move. On his neck. Oh!
Exposing your weaknesses to a monster. Only a fool would do that to tame a beast.
Oh god, the lag! Oh, chillax! My iPad can't take it, please!
Ever seen a world consumed by
Okay.
want? When the heart's true desire is the only thing left, everything else fades away.
Oh! Oh my. Oh my god. Oh, the white bar, bro! Do you see that?
Why are you the only thing I can see clearly?
Oh my god. Baby, that was so worth it. This is in the northern part of the... I'm not even gonna fucking try it. I don't care. And the mountains brace. The town is kissed by the southern sea. In close-knit community, and its close-knit community, even the smallest tidbit of news becomes a hot topic. It spreads from one corner to another over cups of tea and dinner tables. Huh? As for the latest gossip, there's a grand old mansion by the sea. It's been empty for years, but it recently got new owners last month.
They painted the whole place white and even made the floor-to-ceiling windows face the sea. It's stunning.
The gentleman buys a bouquet for his lover every day before heading home. He has yet to miss a day.
That explains why she visited my shop and ordered a dozen beautiful vases. She was smiling when she said she'd come back for more.
Through their vivid storytelling, the townspeople learn that the newcomers are from a city called Lincoln. Tee-hee! The convertible comes to a stop on the coastal road. Breathtaking scenery unfolds before our eyes. The white beach sand is as soft as silk beneath our feet. This small town, nestled between the mountains and the sea, feels like a gift from the heavens. Hi. This is where you used to live. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
After that day, I resigned from my position at the LCBI, collected my savings, and left Lincoln with Rafayel. Thanks to my careful planning, everyone believed leader of Lone Fire had met his end in the prison. As for Rafayel, he left behind his days as a predator. We confessed our feelings to each other, so we knew it was time to leave the chaotic city behind and start a new life together. Have you thought about what we might do for a living here?
How does an antique shop sound? Owning a bookstore or an art gallery works too. I'm okay with any of those.
Then, art gallery?
Why?
I think it's because after a certain night I had a dream that felt just as real and simpler to the present. In my dream, he lived a life full of joy. I wanted to make it our reality.
Sure, since that's what you want. Turning our home into a proper art studio might be a little tough, though.
This is so fucking cute. I'm gonna die. Regardless of the path we chose, beyond the threshold of our future are endless possibilities, and that world is our oyster. Also, I forgot that we're doing the sad ending first, and then the happy ending. It was just been like hours that I completely fucking forgot about that plan. It was so long, I forgot what I was doing. I'm back to it again.
What, you want to deepen our relationship? Unprompted benevolence wasn't out of the kindness of your heart.
Are we okay? Are we loading or what's happening here? I think my iPad's giving up. It's like, bitch, you've been here forever. Get the fuck off.
What am I to you? A madman? A monster? Or just a pitiful prisoner?
They did, all of them did so well. Well, I knew they're gonna do very well, but you know what I mean. What up?
That's it? And you actually believe you can tame me?
Oh?
You're giving up already? That's a shame. Not bad.
His
Is that all
laugh! Fuck off. Yep. In my consciousness phase, I taste the metallic ting of blood on my lips. Raphael gently licks it away. Okay. Raphael stands up, the chains drag on the floor, and he pins me against the wall. Why can't that be animated?
Don't be afraid. This dull existence will disappear like a bad dream.
A pale thin light falls across the upper half of his face. His eyes gleam with a manic intensity.
Why don't I just lock you up? You'll live in this cage from now on. Doesn't that sound nice?
Yep. Like the surging tides, his voice pulls me into the depths of boundless sea.
Our promise. It's okay if I'm the only one who keeps it. We'll always be together. Until the end of time. Exposing your weaknesses to a monster. Only a fool would do that to tame a beast.
This is like Grassland Romance all over again.
Ever seen a world consumed by want? When the heart's true desire is the only thing left, everything else fades away. It looks like you lost.
Sorry. Am I really, though, at this point? Honestly.
Exposing your weaknesses to a monster. Only a fool would do that to tame a beast. Ever seen a world consumed by want? When the heart's true desire is the only thing left, everything else fades away.